I'm Jace, driver number 20 of the 2023 USF Pro Series, driving with Pabst Racing. Super into music, super into cars. I've got a huge interest in flying as well, so there's a lot to me that a lot of people don't know. This is a Strat that I built. It took me about 3 months or so to get all the parts for this, and then it took me a full day to put it together. It's a pretty versatile guitar, and I'm super proud of it. I've been a Mark Knopfler fan forever, so learning like Sultans of Swing was a goal of mine.
Can you name that plane?
Looks like it's not a Meridian because it doesn't sound turboprop. It's probably 172. Yeah, it looks like 172.
How did you know when you wanted to become a pilot?
Well, we were fortunate enough to like fly to the karting races because we would do a lot of stuff in California, and airplanes are time machines, honestly. It's on average like a 7-hour drive to some of these go-kart races that I did in California. So being able to fly an old airplane out to the races was just huge. And it's a Robinson. Robinson helicopter right there. A lot of people ask me how I get into racing, and it all starts at karting. I used to live like 5 minutes away from a racetrack. The kid I went to school with invited me out to the track, and it kind of evolved into like, oh, let's do a couple races these weekends. And after that, it was like, oh, there's a race in California. We should go do that. And then after California, it was like, oh, let's go to Indy. Let's go to Indianapolis and do a race. Then Florida, and then Italy, France, Finland. Like we did a lot of European karting, and it totally developed me as a driver, and the skill level that you need to be fast in a go-kart is incredible. It's a whole different art form. From 5 till 17, driving from kid kart all the way up to shifter. Man, how many races? Like 500 maybe? Maybe 500, a lot. The karting world has totally given me like a ton of awesome stories and huge experiences that are just priceless. So 2022 season was in a USF 2000 car. That was my second season of open wheel cars with Pabst Racing. And started the season off really strong at St. Pete. It's a little scary, it's a concrete jungle. Won the first race after crazy battle. I got second in the second race. Couldn't have asked for a better start, honestly. After that was Barber. Barber was not my greatest race. Our qualifying got squashed by a couple red flags. Last lap, I was projected pole, and about 1,000 feet or so from the line, ran out of fuel. And then at the end of that race, whoever was behind me got a little too anxious and just sent it in way too late and took me out of the race. After IRP, we went to Road America. Now, Road America is kind of where things started to turn for the better for me. I would say it's my favorite place. It's got America in the name. I've got a trophy from there. So, starting off pole, each race was really rough. As rough as that cart going across the concrete. First race, flew back to 5th. Put my head down and really started to go after each position. I found myself 3 laps to go with my teammate leading the race, I would say 3 or 4 seconds in front of me, which is a considerable amount of time. And I ran him down and passed him on the last lap of the race to go win. And it was a 1-2 for Pabst, being their home track. A lot of history there too, super fun track. being able to take home that win was a huge morale booster, and it gave me a lot of confidence for the rest of the season. Coming out of Road America and on a super high note and going into Mid-Ohio, the qualifying there was also super close, so I think I finished third, and second. Coming out of a triple header, we went to Toronto. All of the practices and qualifying, I put it on pole. It was super important to get pole there because it's just so hard to pass on these street tracks. It's a concrete jungle. I got a win and a second place out of it, so it really separated me from the rest of the field. So having that win there was awesome. You know, never had been on that track before, never been in Toronto before, and I came out with a win. So it was super fun. I love that track. It's awesome. So season finale in Portland. Three poles, one win, 2 crashes. Really dramatic weekend. Each race on pole. First race, got hit in the back into turn 1. Got super crossed up, but I saved it and went on to win that race after some really awesome battles. And then the second race, I was leading going into turn 1 and got hit again, this time being a little more aggressive. It really ruined my shot at the race. I had to pull in and get a new rear wing, and my shifting was messed up, where my shifter driving experience really played a role. I couldn't flat shift with the paddles, so I had to lift and shift every time, so that muscle memory came back into play. Being only 6 points from winning the championship, which is nothing, to getting crashed, leading the second to last race of the season was just devastating. There was one more chance to make it up in the last race, but unfortunately the same thing happened into turn 1. It was kind of a fatal blow for the mentality, but I made sure to get the car back in and get it repaired. The rigor was there, the effort was more than anyone else, and we had put ourselves in the right position to win that championship. Lady Luck just wasn't on our side. Got taken out twice and put us out of the championship. So it was a great season overall with a sour ending, and I really believe that we could have won that championship, but that's just not how the cards were handed to us. So thanks for getting to know me, Jace Stenmark. Really excited to share this redemption year and to try and win this championship in USF Pro for 2023, and to get to know me and everything it's taken to get to this point. Thank you.